All right, welcome back to the channel. And we got the Losi Night Crawler out. As you can tell, it's making some awful sound. Kind of hear it binding in there. And then it starts out by running pretty good for about 5 minutes. And then it starts to make that binding sound, and then in a couple more minutes it'll just stop moving the car at all under any type of resistance. So we're going to fix that today. Get it shut off here. Ooh, I need to kill those ants. That's a lot. So anyway, let's get it on the table here. Show you what we're going to do with this thing. So what's going on is inside our axles here, there's a worm gear. And that worm gear in there likes to be greased a lot. In fact, they recommend that you re-grease these axles about every 10 packs, which is quite a pain in the butt. You got to take all this linkage off here, take it all apart. So we're going to do another solution that I saw here on YouTube. We're going to take some of these grease fittings. We're going to put one there, and we're going to put one right about there. And then that way, when it's time to re-grease, I just take my big grease gun, squirt some new grease in there, and then we're back to crawling. I'll put you guys away for a minute and be right back. We'll show you what we did. All right, we are back. And we have the rear port installed. And I did this completely by hand, just using, where are you? My X-Acto knife. So I just kind of poked it in where I wanted it, just started twisting until I got a good hole, and then just by hand I used this guy and just kind of reamed it out as I wanted. Then that way I figured I'd have better control of keeping the shavings out from falling into the hole. But yeah, in there nice and tight. So I'm going to do the front. We'll show you that. We'll get some grease in there and we'll see how it crawls now. All right, we're back. So port number 2 has been installed up front. And as you can see, absolutely no clearance issues with the servo or horn. It fits right in there. And as we flex, nothing down there moves. There's nothing for it to bind on, and it's shielded from the rocks by the steering linkage. So definitely a good way to go. Get my grease gun, get this bad boy packed full of grease, come back out, see how it crawls. All right, we're back. We've got our axles greased up. Oh, forgot to clean that little glob off there. So at first, I've been running this for, I don't know, 10 minutes. Still binding, but then I realized it probably has to twist around and get the gears moving to get the grease moving through. So just ran it back and forth a whole bunch like this, and then sure enough, I could tell the difference. The grease got to where it needed to go, and it's working like new. That doesn't mean that I'm a good crawler now. But before, like when I'd get to there, it would just shut off. It couldn't even do that. So the grease mod has indeed worked. All right, I'm gonna cheat. And yeah, like I said, I just used an X-Acto knife and then a drill bit by hand to make the holes in the axles. And then I just screwed the grease fittings in by hand. Got my grease gun out of the garage. Filled them up with grease, and then ran it for a good 10 minutes to get the grease moving through the axles. And now, works like new. Oh, I got some strawberries. I have to eat some of those. Those have been popping up. It seems like every few hours there's a new berry in there. All right, I'll try and get one clean run for you. Again, the main purpose of this video is not to illustrate my lack of crawling skill, but show you how I solved an issue with this truck. So if you've got yourself an old Losi Night Crawler sitting on your shelf because it would stop working after a couple minutes, all you need is a couple of those grease fittings, an X-Acto knife and a drill bit and a grease gun, and you're right back in business. There we go. I did not do this at all before I did this. Just binding up. Any resistance would just stop it. Fantastic. And it wouldn't go slow either. You'd have to punch it to get it to move. So now I've got my slow driving back, just as good as new. Well, so much for our clean run. But anyway, just wanted to show you this mod for putting these grease nozzles in there. And hey, I hope this helps somebody somewhere. It just helps one person. It'll all have been worth it for the filming. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. Catch you on the next one. Peace.